obviously set the tone early with the goal 18 seconds in. Just how, I guess, deflating is that early, and how did you think your team responded after?
Yeah, I mean, how many times have I talked to you guys about critical moments in games, the start of periods, start of games, last minute, after a goal scored, after a fight. Like those are critical moments in games where teams have an opportunity to build momentum. I do think we responded. I thought we responded after it. It's 2-2 after the first period, I think. So I felt like we did respond, but, it's an instance where, there's just not a lot of attention to detail there. And so, but I do think we responded. I thought the fight we had in the third period was really good.
What did you make of the 5-on-3? It seemed like you got a lot of chances and just maybe couldn't finish.
We did. Yeah, I thought we had a lot of really good looks. I mean, we were all over the blue paint. It just didn't go in for us.
A couple of tough breaks for Braden Schneider tonight. Just what have you seen in his game lately?
I think Schneid's defends hard. I think he's a mobile guy. I think he's abrasive. He's got a physical edge to him. I think he defends really hard. He's playing an elevated role. He's getting heavy minutes against the opponent's top players night in and night out. I think he's competing hard.
Do you feel there's some edge that this team needs? Like it was the 5-on-3 didn't work last night, didn't work tonight. If you just had that little bit extra, you got those power plays, you could have had this game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to be critical of our power play. It's top 10 in the league. We've scored a lot of power play goals as of late. It's hard for me to be critical. I mean, ideally, you'd like us to score 5-on-3. If they weren't getting looks, they weren't getting opportunities, it might be a different conversation. But once again, I thought that certainly wasn't the case tonight.
Mike, ever since you put that line together with Mika and JT and Gabe, it seems like really JT is playing well, producing anyway. I don't know how well you think he's playing, but what have you seen from that trio specifically?
I think they've been excellent for us. I think Mika, has been pretty consistent for us. JT's had a number of injuries, and he's constantly trying to recapture his game coming back from injuries. I think he's getting better with every game that he plays, and I think Gabe Perreault is learning right in front of our eyes. I think he's making more plays. I think he's figuring out how to play with those guys. I think he's building confidence with the puck. He's hanging on to pucks. He makes good decisions, and I think Gabe is learning defensively. He has good details. He's in the right positions. Gabe's is a smart player, and I think his aptitude for the game is high. And so I think his learning curve is steep. So, since we've put those three together, we've really liked what we've seen. That's why we've kept them together.